Welcome to Thoughts
That's
on
it.
Thursday.
That's it.
It's been a while. Someone decided to break their foot.
Oh, can't imagine who that might have been.
And so a little bit out of commission for Thoughts on Thursday, but we're glad to be back. Stuart cast off the last few weeks, but just getting back to the groove of things. And so we have brought our Thoughts on Thursday back. What it is on Thursday we just discuss worship, some of the reasons and rationales of why we chose certain things, or maybe just to dive a little bit deeper into a subject. And so today actually is Ascension Day, where Jesus ascends to heaven, and on Sunday is the 7th Sunday of Easter, the last, and then we're on to Pentecost. And so we often think of Easter just as one Sunday, but it's actually a whole 7 Sunday season. And beyond that, every Sunday is really an Easter Sunday, because the Lord's Day is a resurrection day. And so we've been looking at different lectionary passages and looking at this resurrection hope, and I've been giving homework out, which everyone loves, and looking at how we have new life and death has been conquered, but we also do that in fellowship. And each of these passages have had some type of fellowship or connection relationship within them. And this Sunday is no different. From the Gospel of John, often called the priestly prayer, and John 17, where Jesus is praying for his disciples. And so we're going to look a little bit deeper at that. But one of the things we've been kind of wrestling with, and from John, Jesus says, I'm the vine, and if you abide in me, whatever you wish and you ask for, you will get. And so we've been kind of reflecting on, if we could ask for anything for the church, what would we ask for? And often we focus on programs, and Stuart wishes for a few more people in the choir, or maybe
I almost yelled that out
a few
on
more
Sunday.
ranks on the organ.
No, the choir is more important.
Okay, so but what we're really looking at is the hope for the church, right? Should be new life, and that we pray and hope that everyone will experience that. They'll experience God's love and grace. And so I've been having fun, I think it's okay to say that, looking at those texts, starting the sermon the same way each Sunday. Death, where is your sting? Death, where is your victory? And I've been challenged myself to say, even when tough times come, how do we handle those, and do we believe that new life has come? And there's always grace, and what we see can be transformed. And so I look forward to our last Sunday in that. And if you haven't heard, Stuart, Sunday is Mother's Day. And we'll also have a litany for Mother's Day, and focus on the joy of mothers in our lives. So those are my thoughts.
Oh, and my wife reminded me
It's Mother's
that
Day.
it was Mother's Day, or she looked at me, and I said, yeah, I know it's Mother's Day. 4 dozen roses are going to appear. We're going to looking like a funeral parlor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe not quite 4 dozen.
Not 4 dozen. But.
Yeah. Heavens. So, along with the words that you used today, that you said, I have been struggling with trying to find music that is also appropriate for this theme of the day. This one was a tough one for me this time, combined with the fact that I'm working on trying to get my ankle to rotate the proper way.
Yeah. So the cast off, you're not 100%.
Right. It was ironic that the physical therapy is having me take my ankle and let's see, can you see it? Do that with it, and one of my exercises is perfect for that, but I don't play it quite as cleanly as that, so I'm working on that. All right, to the music of
The
the
music.
day. Eventide is Abide With Me, the tune for Abide With Me, and Hubert Parry, English composer, set this to a gorgeous, put this in a gorgeous setting. So I'm playing that for the prelude, and after a couple weeks of more energetic pieces, I decided this week to kind of just take
A
it
mellow
easy,
piece.
mellow. Even
But it goes
though-
with that theme of abiding, right?
Yes,
Abide
yeah,
with me.
yeah. And then the postlude, I just went back to Bach and chose one of his more elementary pieces, the Fantasy in A minor, and it's just a very nice, typical Bach piece. Not terribly difficult, but satisfying for me to be able to play with one good foot and the other foot not quite as good.
Not as quite as good.
So, and then the choir, one of my favorite anthems, Psalm 100 by John Weaver. John Weaver was at Madison Avenue Presbyterian in New York for years and years. He wrote so much music, and I always remember him being at when I was working with him in a studio workshop, and he makes all his students memorize. That's the way it was at Curtis, and what a challenge that is for me. I'm beyond that. I'm not sure I was ever there, even in college. But this
So all
psalm,
pieces were memorized.
Yeah.
Everything you played was memorized.
yeah, it's supposed to be, yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, serve the Lord with gladness, and come before his presence with singing. And it's just a wonderful anthem, and the choir's loving it, and we're looking forward to that.
Fantastic.
And
That's it.
Aidan will be singing a solo for us this Sunday from the St. Paul, and that is, but the Lord is mindful.
But the Lord is mindful.
So,
All right, so these are our
Perfect.
thoughts. We're glad to be back. Hope you enjoy it. We hope to see you either in person or through Zoom and Facebook. Not Zoom, Facebook or YouTube.
YouTube.
And this Sunday for the 7th Sunday in Easter. Thanks and have a great day.